only game show is 3 dimensions away from Killer Clowns from Outer Space, the game, being called Evil Clowns from Outer Space, the game. I'm your host, 3D Jake, and today we're looking at Killer Clowns from Outer Space, the game, released in 2024. Killer Clowns from Outer Space, the video game, was developed by TerraVision Games, also was developed by Illophonic, and the game is essentially basically asymmetrical online multiplayer game similar to Friday the 13th, or Dead by Daylight, or Texas Chainsaw Massacre, or pretty much any horror game really nowadays. The game is essentially a game where basically, there's 3 clowns versus 4 to 6 players, and essentially, basically, you're running around the map and you're trying to collect, find material and stuff. Like, for instance, you're gonna get this boat thing so you can escape in a boat, or you're gonna try to find the keys to a bunker, or you're just gonna try to hide from the clowns because the clowns are basically looking for you, and if you make too much noise, the clowns will spot you and everything. Also, when you're playing as a victim, you want to get a really heavy object, or you want to get something to throw at the clowns' nose and stuff to stun them, or you want to hit them with something because they have a cotton candy gun that if they hit you long enough, you'll turn to cotton candy. Or they can literally hit you with a popcorn gun, which will stun you basically like a gun, and then eventually you'll die. And then while you're dead, you can play mini games so that way you can unlock, get stuff to help out your teammate, or whenever there's a resurrection machine where they can your friends or teammates can resurrect you and essentially bring you back to life. So you can put this stuff in your inventory and then use it later, for instance, like a shotgun or something. But be in mind that whenever they ping you, they can ping you whenever they hit you with a popcorn gun and you get away. And also they have a little stuffed balloon dog that can find you. I mean, it's just different things like that, and you can also hear them, essentially. And so there is different things about this game that I really like. I really like how big the map is, so it's not like you can just easily run into the clowns. It could be a while for the clowns to even come near you. The things I really like about the game that are authentic to the movie, where you have characters from the movie, you have locations from the movie, that's very authentic. I like that about the movie. I also like the soundtrack and score. It even has the cool theme by the Dickies, Killer Clowns from Outer Space. And I like that I rewatched the movie before I played the game, and I really enjoyed the movie, and I really liked the game. And the game, I feel like a love letter to the movie. And I really enjoyed that, especially at the pier, they have the neighborhood. They also have, they have a carnival. Yeah, and just different things like that. And I really enjoy that in the game. They also have a cool summer camp, which I feel like that's a nod to Friday the 13th more than anything. And there's really cool the campsite and everything. Now, I will say, playing for the clowns is probably as more fun because, for instance, you're basically just going around, you could teleport around like Jason from Friday the 13th. And you could basically just go around just hitting people with cotton candy guns. And they don't die either. Although you can kill yourself. Whenever they put you in a cotton candy, you can't die faster, which is dumb, I think. But yeah, you can do that. Yeah, they put you on the hook, and then once all the cotton candy things are there, a little robot will come and be like your minion, and then they'll attack human beings that come around they see, and they'll follow them. It reminds me of more like Puppet Master from that movie Puppet Master. It just reminds me of that. And although those aren't really in the movie, this is more of its own creation that took certain liberties with. Also, there are in the deluxe edition of the game, they have characters from the original movie, and there's also another deluxe edition clown from the original movie. I do think there is some issues I had in the game. For instance, when I was playing as a clown, I got stuck in one of the little tubes, and then on top of that, when I was running, and then I got all of a sudden I just fell into a trap and fell into in a bottomless pit, and then on top of that, the spawn points piss me off because when I'm playing as a human, I would spawn right next to the clown and just be like, all right, I'm dead. And there are sometimes, it feels like there's hard to find stuff to hit the clowns with because I just spawn next to a cooler and there's nothing in the cooler. Where I spawn right here and they're there's nothing there. And it's just by the time I find something or by the time I'm looking for something, a clown's already there. And so that was something that kind of irked me, and I wish that they would fix to make it more easier to find something with. It doesn't have to be something that's going to be easier to kill the clown with, just something I can use against to defend myself. Because really, there is no really way to defend yourself other than having melee weapons or guns. And the clowns is just basically you're there to put all the things on the machine, put all the cotton candy things, and basically it helps the timer skip down to the clown apocalypse. And then once that, then of course the brothers would come in. And then, they're in the ice cream machine, you have to, and that'll help you escape. And the clowns, of course, will be just like the police when the police show up. And Friday the 13th, once that happens, the police will show up. And then you gotta escape because in the clown apocalypse it kills everybody in the map. You know, basically like a nuclear bomb, just wipes everybody out. So, I mean, that was some things I do like about the game. I will say, besides the technical issues, which that's always happens on a live service game, I do enjoy how many maps. I think there's like 5 maps at launch, and I really enjoy these maps because it's like they're so big you can go hide and the clowns will never find you. I love that about the game. It's not like Texas where it's like obviously someone's gonna find you in Texas Chainsaw Massacre because the maps aren't as big. But in this game, the maps are huge, and it really does feel like a spiritual sequel to Friday the 13th, the game, even though the two games, besides developers, they have nothing to do with each other besides the developers. The developers that worked on Friday the 13th worked on Killer Klowns. And, you know, not all the developers, like the Gun Media worked on Texas, and they went, and TerraVision, and of course, and Illophonic went and worked on Killer Klowns. And so I really thought that was really great. It made me really feel like I was happy playing this game. I felt like a smile and everything, just like, oh, cool. I just kind of wish they'd fix those bugs for the game, but other than that, I really had a fun experience. I really enjoyed killing the clowns, and also I like how it's all in third person. There's no first person, so it makes me feel happier. And also that there are some cool perks, and customization's a really cool thing too, because you can customize your clowns, you can customize your humans and give them different voice and looks and everything. So I do like that it's not just random characters you have to choose from. You actually can earn, like, you know, you can customize their voice, and as you progress through the game, you get clothing options. You can change your style, look, and the clowns. And I do have like the little mini games that you can play that are like you know, whack-a-mole and, you know, Tetris and just different things like that. You know, or not Tetris, but what's that little thing where you push the buttons on there where it's like roll? But I thought that was pretty cool, and like how they handled this stuff. I thought that was really well done. This does feel like a homage to the 80s, and it's a perfectly fun game to play if you like asymmetrical online multiplayer games. If you don't, you probably won't like this game. If I had to give this game a score, I would give it a solid 9 out of 10. Thank you so much.
Clowns are here. Clowns are now.